The coffee seed is pretty much tasteless. It's the roasting process that brings out the flavor and the aroma that we all love and need. What's up, Buttercups? I'm Justin, and this is 12 Nights of Yule, the winter moon. I'm solo celebrating the winter moon, and we're in pretty deep, so let's keep it rolling. It is currently about like 10:20 p.m. and it is officially moonrise. So let's just get right into the chord for the night. For this night chord, I've been doing a lot of minor chords because, minor chords are cool and the moon is cool. But I wanted a bright chord for tonight. So we're going A major. Nice, bright chord. Also, I'm about to eat I got some shells with white sauce, and it kind of looks like a moon in my pot. Good morning, friends, and happy mid-moon. It is about 4:30 in the morning, and my schedule's all kind of messed up doing this moon thing, but normally I wake up between like 4:30 and 6 a.m. every day, so this would be a normal time. Anyways, so for this mid-moon, we're having coffee, and I put marshmallows in there so it looks like the moon. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I also put hot cocoa in there. It's like a moon mocha. Good morning, friends. It is now about 10:20 a.m. and it is time once again for coffee and poetry. For today's poem, I decided to use the form called Villanelle or Villanelle. I don't honestly I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a poetic form, and it's kind of a cool one. It is a lot like a triolet, where it uses a specific rhyme pattern, but also line repetition, but it's much longer, 19 lines, and also just much more complicated. So the form consists of four tercets and a quatrain, or four stanzas of 3 lines each, and then a final 4-line stanza. Here is the Villanelle that I wrote about the moon. In solitude, there is a faint sound of a drum. If you listen, you can hear it sing, if only to hear the lonely moon hum. Taking a small pull from the rum, you sit alone pondering what the night will bring. In solitude, there is the faint sound of a drum. Perhaps only a mere breadcrumb. A distant quiet sound drips into your ear, a gentle ping, if only to hear the lonely moon hum. Your head spins, and you feel dumb. The moon keeps repeatedly saying, in solitude, there is the faint sound of a drum. It is cold, and you are numb. Beyond all hope, lonely and frozen, you are left listening. In solitude, there is the faint sound of a drum, if only to hear the lonely moon hum. That's it. I don't know why I just did that. Alright, well, we will see you tonight for Moonrise. Uh, Moonrise is getting much, much later these days. My schedule is all kind of wackadoo. Today I have this Blue Moon beer, you know, because of the moon. Chord of the evening. This is one of my favorite chords. It's pretty dark, but I think it sounds like the moon. It's the C minor. Good morning, friends, and happy mid-moon. It is just after 5 a.m., and I'm going to tell you a story. In 2017, I set out to hike the Pacific Crest Trail northbound from the Mexico border. It was on this trip that I was given my trail name, Camel. There's a story behind how I got the name Camel, but I'll save that for another time. For tonight, I wanted to tell you the story of my first profound experience with the moon as Camel. Now, 700 miles north of the Mexican border is a tiny little town called Kennedy Meadows. And this milestone is huge on the PCT. It is, first of all, it's 700 miles in, so you have to walk 700 miles to get there. I mean, you can get there, you can drive there, but what fun is that? And then it's like the unofficial end of the desert and the gateway to the Sierra. So it's a pretty big deal. Anyways, after walking 700 miles, I'm sitting on the porch of the general store in Kennedy Meadows, and I'm sitting alone because all the other hikers are down the street watching a movie. I'm sitting alone, under the moonlight, writing a song about the moon, when I see two headlamps bob up the street. They come up onto the porch, and it turns out they're a couple of hikers that just got into town, and obviously they just want to chill out and relax, so they join me on the porch. Their names, their trail names, were Bullet and Luna. I'm sitting under the moon, writing a song about the moon, and up walks somebody whose name is essentially the moon. I thought that was really cool. So I asked them if I could sing them a song. This is the song I sang. Walk down that lonesome road, all by yourself. Don't turn your head back over your shoulder, and only stop to rest yourself when the silver moon is shining high above the trees. If I
stopped to listen once or twice, if I had closed my mouth and opened my eyes, if I had cooled my head and warmed my heart, I'd not be on this road tonight. Carry on, never run feeling sorry for yourself. It doesn't save you from your troubled mind. Walk down that lonesome road, all by yourself. Don't turn your head back over your shoulder, and only stop to rest yourself when the silver moon is shining high above the trees.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to Camel's Camp Coffee Shop, where we have coffee. Cheers. We also have poetry every day. Not much else to say about that. Coffee is so good. All right. So for today, for today's poem, I'm going to do something a bit different, and we're going with blank form, meaning no rhyme, no syllable structure, no structure really whatsoever, just words, but in a creative way. So here is the blank form poem that I wrote about, without saying the word, I'm going to describe it to you. It is, well, sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small, sometimes you can't see it at all. It's not supposed to rhyme. In fact, most of the time you can't see it, but it's always there, and it's beautiful. The reflects the light of another word I'm not going to say, but what I will say is that water reflects the light of the, which reflects the light of the which reflects the light of something that I will not say, but is mine. And now, I'm going to tell you how I feel about the sun and the moon, my heart. There, I said it. And that's it. Alright, see you tonight for moonrise. What's up, buttercups? So it is night 8. It is technically January 21st, because it's about 12:30 in the morning, and it is just now moonrise. It's so super dark outside, but there are some stars. For the next 4 days, or the next 4 moonrises, they're gonna be in the middle of the night, so I'm probably just gonna like wake up, probably not do a whole lot of talking, just say good morning and play the chord, and then go back to sleep, because then we have mid-moon will be right around sunrise from here on out. With that being said, for this evening, the chord of the night will be the F major chord, which is, I guess it's a major chord, so it is kind of bright, but I feel like it's one of the darker bright chords, if that makes sense. Here it is. Alright, I guess we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, friends. The sun is about to rise in a little bit, but for now I wanted to sing one last song for you in the dark at mid-moon. This song isn't necessarily about the moon, but it is mentioned.
A middle-class girl. She was in over her head. She thought she could stand up in the deep end. He had a bulletproof smile. He had money to burn. She thought she had the moon in her pocket. Now she's dead. She's so dead. Forever dead. And lovely now. I've always told to remember this. Don't let a fool kiss ya. Never marry for love. He was hard to impress. He knew everyone's secret. He wore her on his arm just like jewelry. He never gave, but he got. He kept her on a leash. He's not the kind of wheel you fall asleep at. 'Cause now she's dead. forever dead. Forever dead and lovely now. Come closer, look deeper, she's falling fast, just like a plane on a stormy sea. Now they're all watching the sea. What's lost can never be broken. What's more romantic than dying in the moonlight? Now she's dead. She's so dead. Forever dead and lovely now. Yeah, she's so dead. Forever dead. And she's so dead and lovely now. Alright, I'll see you later for coffee and poetry.
Good morning, friends. It's time for coffee and poetry. I have my coffee and I have my poem. So, for the past couple weeks, I've been really struggling with something. Been quite depressed dealing with this. And it's something that I've dealt with in the past. But I think it's important to share the good things, but also to share the not so good things. So for today's poem, I really wanted to express myself in the best way that I know how, and hopefully deal with this issue. I didn't have any specific form structure in mind. I just wanted to write something that accurately described how I was feeling. So here it is. I'm gonna call this poem Freedom. How much does the moon cost? Nothing. How much does your happiness cost? Everything. How much is enough? That's not how money works. But it makes me sad. You need to get over it. I've tried, but it just makes things worse. I said, get over it. How much does your love cost? Nothing. How much does your time cost? Everything. Is there any limit? No. There is never enough. How much does my happiness cost? Nothing.